What's up, guys? Welcome back to our channel. So today we are cooking a delicious broccoli, chicken, cheddar and rice bake. It is literally the best thing I've ever had. I cook it like at least once a week. But we are also going to be responding to your assumptions about Mitch and I as an interracial couple, because y'all be leaving the craziest comments ever, and we just need to talk. We need to address this. We need to get on the same page.
Yes, we do.
I didn't think you were. I didn't know if it was active film. Jesus, so damn zoomed in.
That was zoomed in. But yes, we do, because honestly, like, some of the comments, we're not going to address these, but are borderline racist.
We're kind of like past that, but we think it's funny when people still comment about, you know, just make assumptions about who we are as a couple.
Yep.
Based on Mitch being white and me being black. So
and being together.
Yeah. We need to get to the bottom of this. And we're going to do so while cooking a delicious meal.
And while I eat it, because I ain't cooking.
Mitch will be the man behind the camera, but I need to start prepping some stuff before we get into the video, so I'm not like running around crazy in the kitchen like a chicken with my head cut off. So
yes.
Wake up to your love in the morning. I need you around my arms. I whisper in your ear, I love you. Can't nobody make me feel the way you do. The feeling is always brand new, yeah. You're all I ever wanted and I love it, yeah. Ay. Wake up on the rise. Wiping all the dust
Destiny
up
needs
on my
my assistance, finally.
like I mentioned, we are making a chicken, broccoli, cheddar bake. So I'm about to start cooking up the rice. I literally just use this minute rice. It takes 5 minutes and it's super quick. And this dish is basically, you put everything in one bowl, mix it up, put it in a pan and bake it. And it's like the best thing ever. So actually, do you want to do this? Because you're pretty good at it.
I'm pretty good at making minute rice.
You boiled 2 cups of water and you put 2 cups of it in the pot.
While she's taking out the nasty little tendons in these things.
Chicken tenders. I'm wearing gloves because I hate touching raw meat, if you're wondering. So.
Yeah. But while she's doing that thing that I actually really enjoy, if you don't do that, do it, because you don't get that nasty bite where it's like
slimy.
You can't chew it either.
Yeah.
We're gonna start with the assumptions, and we're actually gonna start with my favorite one.
Your favorite? You have a favorite negative assumption?
Yeah. Not all of these are like so negative, I guess, but just kind of like innocent almost sometimes. The first one is not innocent. This one is hilarious, borderline racist. It is racist. Number 1, she's with me because she has bad credit. I think like that is so funny, not because of the statement, but because it's actually the opposite. I have the bad credit. I don't have horrible credit, but she has amazing credit.
I literally have excellent credit.
She has amazing
and I always
credit.
have had. So that was really funny when I heard that, because I'm like, you just have no clue.
No clue. Like I said, that's my favorite one, just because it's the exact opposite.
So it's just hilarious.
Yeah.
Because that's just not true.
Oh my God, I just need that house. I need the good interest rate. I need to find myself a girl with good credit. All right, we're gonna season this quick. Just do a little garlic salt.
Mitch always seasons the meat because I have gloves on and I don't want to like touch anything. Yep. So, have you guys noticed that like the food these days at restaurants just doesn't hit anymore? It just feels like unsanitary. It's not as quality anymore, and it's just like, I don't know. I just prefer to cook at home.
Oh yeah, garlic powder. A little bit of Tony's. Not too much.
That was not even enough to cover one chicken piece.
Onion powder.
Yep.
We'll do the second one. This is actually usually coupled with the first one. Our families must be disappointed. And I usually get, her brothers must be disappointed, or so proud, you know, very sarcastically. And it's just funny because you've actually become a very good friend with my sister.
Yep.
Y'all talk all the
We're
time.
besties.
Yeah. And, you know, I'm not besties with her brothers, but, you know, we're very cool.
I think it's different for girls, because girls just, I feel like, get along easier over more topics and like can bond over like kind of not stupid stuff, but just like girly stuff. I don't know. It's just, I feel like it's just easier to bond with another female.
Because I feel that with guys, it's like you almost have to like be involved in the same sport or like the same activity or something.
Yeah,
right?
exactly right.
And no one golfs in her family, and like.
Nope, not regularly.
Yeah, that's what I love.
So maybe throw this chicken down.
Yep.
All right, guys. It's a little bit of EVO and a little bit of butter. This is so funny because this is vegan butter, which is totally contradictory of cooking chicken in vegan butter. But I just wanted to try vegan butter, so we got this one.
Yeah.
And I'm literally just about to like cook these up a little bit, like 5 minutes on each side.
The next assumption, which is really like an accusation in many ways, that we betrayed our race, or sometimes we struggle with it, like, oh God.
Yeah, like kind of, I don't know what I was going to try to explain.
Like guilt that we're like taking it outside the race or something like that.
Right,
I'm sure.
because I know you guys often hear people say like, oh, keep the bloodline pure, or, like Mitch said, keep it inside the...
Yeah, and sadly, a lot of people are like that in every race.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure that exists in almost every race. And we've heard it in every race. Like, we have been accused of betraying our race on YouTube. I can tell you that I've never felt that way.
I've never felt that way. Well, I wouldn't say I never felt that way, but I don't agree with that idea.
Yeah.
You know, like I may have felt that way, but it's like, no, like why do I feel that way? And it's only because people have made me feel like I should feel that way.
Yeah.
But other than that, I've never thought about it.
Yeah.
You know, Mitch and I always say this, like we can't believe that people still are like shocked or hateful of interracial couples. It's just like beyond me. Like,
I can't believe I'm doing this video. I can't believe I'm doing this video, right? But I think it's an important video, and it's just fun to do this because we still receive these comments
on a day-to-day basis.
But I feel like for me, if someone tells me in the white community, right, if there is such a thing, that like, oh, I'm betraying my race, it's like it's so easy for me to be like, you know, just to shoo them off and stuff like that. But I feel like there's not that clear line of okay, that's just a racist, I don't need to listen to him, in the black community, right? When they tell you that, oh my God, how can you date this white person, right? That is a little bit grayer, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's not as easy to notice and to say, okay, they're ridiculous and I don't need to listen to them. Call it more mainstream or whatever, but yeah, it's easier for me to say, that's a crazy person and probably racist and I don't need to listen to them, you know?
Definitely.
Mm-hmm.
This one is, and I feel like we can definitely like go deeper into these topics. Like if we had like a podcast, or like we could be more unfiltered on a podcast. I don't know, maybe, I don't know, something to think about in the future. I don't know, like near future, who knows?
It could happen.
But I just feel like I could be more unfiltered, but we're going to talk about it here anyways, because it is one of the assumptions that we get a lot, which is that we struggle with offending each other. This one's kind of a funny one because, and like I said, I feel like we could like make an entire like hour-long podcast episode about this topic. But it's funny because in the beginning of our relationship, in the beginning of our relationship, I do believe we struggled with that. And
it was
there's
like,
so much to unpack here. I can't even begin to.
I would say it like this. There was some struggles between just figuring out. You know, we weren't like offensive towards one another, but figuring out what offended each other, right? And I'll say this. I was hardly ever offended, mostly as a Jew, right? Because I converted right as we started dating. Yeah. And, you know, like there would be some cute stuff where, like, you know, she would say something and I would like, you know, like cringe and then just like kind of move on, you know. Like,
and I had no clue.
Yeah.
I just thought it was like an acceptable thing to say.
Yeah.
Such as, let's just give them an example. Right. First of all, when Mitch converted, I was going to get him an ice cream cake that said congratulations, but it was going to be spelled congrats.
That would have been funny.
And then J-E-W, like Jew, because
that would have been funny, honestly. I would have loved that.
I was going to do that. That would have been funny. But there was another time, what did I say? it was like
well,
way out of line.
We don't need to get too specific,
okay.
right?
We won't get too specific here on YouTube.
Exactly, because YouTube could actually catch
us
those,
for
yeah. Right, and they're not like horrible, but I have no idea what they're flagging, right? But like, I just kind of moved on and stuff, because I have friends who are very, I would say, if you want to say this, insensitive, right? They'll still say, some of them still say, like, Jew as in getting ripped off, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And they don't even think about it. It's just something that they said as a kid.
Yeah.
They have no problems with Jews. It's just like, that's what was said. Blame South Park if you want,
Yeah.
I believe I used to say it too when I was a kid, right? That was just what you said, And so I didn't really cringe, but then one time I think I said something or, said an idea that, didn't rub her the right way. And and I was like, okay, what about this though and stuff, and we kind of had like our first bash of like, what's offensive and stuff.
Yeah.
But I would say today, not even that we've changed so much in what we say, we've just changed a lot in like just laughing at what the other person says about stuff. And we get pretty funny, and I don't know, I love how we go back and forth, and like
I love it. In the beginning, like, I would get so offended by some of the things Mitch said, and they weren't racist things, but it was just like, why would you say that? No.
Yeah.
And now I feel like after 5 years of being together, we just come to this middle ground where we just understand each other's humor, understand, like, we just like crack jokes on each other, and we don't take it too deeply, because like if I say something about him that like might be offensive, like he's gonna say something about me, and then we just freaking laugh about it because it's funny, and like nothing, it doesn't need to be that serious. So I don't know.
Actually, to help bridge this gap too, because a lot of it was my humor that was getting in the way. I had to show her clips of like Eddie Murphy back in the day, Bill Burr, Dave Chappelle, Richard Pryor and stuff. Not so much Richard Pryor, but like that line of stuff. So I guess that's like a half assumption that's true, right? But you do learn to grow with it.
I really wish we could go more in depth, because all the stories we have about these situations.
Oh, they're fun.
Oh my God. If we started a podcast, would you guys tune into it like every week if we talked about like these deep topics that we've never talked about on YouTube, because it's just like so hard. You have to be so filtered.
YouTube just can't.
Really
oh my God. YouTube has really changed in that regard.
Yeah,
so.
definitely.
Okay, how's the chicken looking?
All right, chicken's ready to be flipped, I believe. Lovely. Nice crusting on there.
Assumption number 5, kind of on the same length, that we're so different that it's hard to stay together, or produces another barrier to staying together. And this one's easy. I don't think that's true at all.
No, because we're way more alike than we are different.
Yeah,
that's for sure.
There's nothing about race, in my opinion, that would make us different, right? Like maybe like culture and stuff. If there are cultural differences, I think it's just the same as anyone else who has other differences. So I just think that one's silly.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I've dated white women, I've dated black women, and
you've dated women before me?
Right. And Destiny is by far the easiest.
You're such a Wait, are you serious?
Yeah.
No.
Just on that note, while we're talking about it too, people seem to just like dramatize the cultural barriers too. Like there are some stuff like, and I always go to this one on Thanksgiving, like my family eats turkey, mashed potatoes, gravy, stuffing, corn, and I just thought that was the standard Thanksgiving meal.
Oh my God.
But she, like, what do you guys have? Mac and cheese was the one that like just, I was like, what?
I'm sure a lot of y'all out there would know. But like greens, cornbread, dressing, mac and cheese, ham, turkey, ribs, whatever. I always kind of knew what your people ate. No, I'm just kidding.
Well, see, that's one of those things too, where it's like, how is that a bad thing? It's not like I go there and be like, I wish I had my white people food. You know, I love everything I eat there. So like that's like a benefit. Why would that even be a barrier? Like I get to eat greens and mac and cheese and good food. It's like, why would that be even a problem?
Alrighty, guys. Just squeeze half a lemon. I'm gonna pour that. Give it a meaty flavor. Cover it. Turn it down. Let that just like, you know, cook a little bit.
That's a good one.
We wrote these down because we were like, we have to tell somebody.
Yep.
So, number 7 is that I'm a gold digger / privileged digger, which the privileged digger just cracks me the F up because what? Like, what does that even mean?
Right. Well, I feel like some people think of it as like, you know, if we get pulled over, right, you're safer with a white dude.
Interesting. But I do think that and Mitch and I have talked about this, there is some sort of comfortability in like, I don't want to say privilege or like advantage, but like in certain situations where we are the only person of our race in a situation, it can be, help me out here, because you know what I'm saying, we've talked about it before.
Well, it's just like I feel like it's just like a comfortability thing, right?
Yeah.
Because, you know, even regardless if it's true or not, there's a perception, right? And the perception is real. And, you know, so I can see why she would feel more comfortable with me. On the other hand, though, I had, like, we've talked about my past before. I drank underage, you know, I smoked weed and stuff. Mm-hmm. You know, I did all this stuff. And whenever I passed a cop, you know, I had illegal stuff on me. So my heart still races to this day, even though I'm like perfectly fine now. Mm-hmm. And so it's just like funny to see that because her heart's racing. She's like, oh, but I'm with Mitch. And I'm like, oh, what the hell am I going to do? Like, you know, so we're both kind of freaking out because like I still keep an eye on cops. But like I said, that's because of the way of life I lived.
And then like in my situation, I guess this isn't like as like crazy as your example, but like if we walk into like an establishment that is predominantly black people, how do you feel being with a black person knowing that you're probably one of the few white people there? Like, do you feel better being with me? Like, or do you feel like, oh, people are going to judge us even more because they see a black woman with a white man?
There's both, right? Because when we've walked into a few of these places before, like, you know, there's a Kroger in Nashville, right? And it was pretty much everyone was black in that place.
Yeah. Except for the white lady that asked us where the waters were.
Yeah, exactly. But like a lot of people, right?
Yeah.
And I feel like I walked in there and like I got tons of stares. And I don't know if it was because I was with you or I was just, you know, didn't fit the bill of
Mind
the
you,
area.
we had no freaking clue where we were because we were not from Nashville.
Right.
So we were just like, oh, Kroger.
Right. And so like, yeah, you know, I don't know if I felt more comfortable because I went in there alone a couple of days later. Mm-hmm. And I guess I just don't think of it like that. Right?
Yeah. All right. Pretty good to me.
Okay, so number 8 is that I must be with her because I have some sort of black fetish, you know, and usually they hint on the idea that it's from slave times and I just want to be the master over her or something like that. And these people get crazy, I swear.
I can't even, like, these aren't even the worst of the worst, but it's like, I don't even know.
But yeah, so that's one of the assumptions that I just must be, you know, have some black fetish or something like that.
Dicing up the chicken. The next step is literally adding everything to the bowl. I'm going to show you guys how I do it. This is like one of my favorite
It's just nice
meals.
and it's just nice and easy.
Okay, so I cooked up 2 cups of rice, just the minute rice, super quick, easy. I'm going to add that to my bowl. Whoops, I'm literally making the biggest mess here. Alright, got that added. The next thing that I'm going to add, Greek yogurt, just plain Greek yogurt. This is about, how many ounces is this? 5.3 ounces, just like the individual self-serve. I know, this looks really weird, you guys, but I promise you it's not, and it's like the best tasting thing ever. And if you don't want to use Greek yogurt, you can use sour cream. I just think Greek yogurt is a healthier alternative. And then I'm going to use cream of chicken, like half of this. Just give it some more, you know, flavor.
It looks amazing.
I was gonna say, I promise it tastes so good. It might look like kind of weird, like with all this stuff mixed together, but it's so good.
Yeah, it's rice, cream of chicken, and yogurt.
All right, next step, we're gonna add our chicken. Add our chicken. Yum.
Yum.
Add our broccoli. I just steamed it a little to cook it, to make it more soft. Oh, this little guy's still cooking in here. You ready, little guy? No chicken left behind.
Okay, and while she's mixing that up, we'll do number 9. This one is actually somewhat true. We must get stairs. Or do you ever get stairs? Or you get stairs? You know, some form of that. And that's true. I don't know if it's just people watching, or if it's because they're like, why is she with him, or why is he with her, or what are they doing together? Could be any of the above.
Because I mean, we people watch, but
Yeah. Sometimes the stares are like, okay, they're angry about something.
they're just mean mugging us, or I don't know. Just
Yeah.
like something negative about it. But most of the time, I feel like people are just like looking at us.
Yeah, I like to believe it's because she's so beautiful, you know, and most of it is just like, how the hell did he get her?
No.
You know, because that's what I feel like it is most of the time. Like, what is a girl like that, like a girl like that,
You stop.
doing with a man like that, a boy? No, I was kidding. But I like that, because then I go, yeah, that's what's up. That's what's up. I got this. She's mine. I got her. All mine. In time.
So I shredded half a block of medium cheddar cheese. I've noticed that over the past like year, when I use freshly grated cheese from the block, it's so much better. So I'm gonna do about half of that cheese. I'm gonna do a little bit of milk to help incorporate everything. I don't suggest this meal if you're lactose intolerant.
No, yeah.
Unless you can find like all like non-dairy options. But I'm just gonna season it a little bit more with some garlic salt, pepper, onion powder, garlic powder, just to give it some more flavor overall. And then we mix it all together. Kind of wish I did a little bit more broccoli, but it's okay.
And we are gonna set this up to eat.
Well, I gotta cook it.
Oh, you gotta cook it?
I gotta bake it.
Oh my god.
You thought I just do it like this and we eat it? You amaze me every day, honey.
Like I said, I don't cook. I thought we were about to plate that in some bowls and
No. Also, just a little life update. Mitch and I thought we had COVID. When we got tested, because we were like down and out for days.
I'm convinced we had it.
Yeah, but apparently not. So we're good. But like, it seriously felt like my world stopped for like 5 days because we also couldn't go anywhere because we didn't want to spread it and just like all.
We had to eat out almost every day because we didn't want to go to the grocery store. And this is how we're just like, I'm like almost repulsed by eating out now. It's like, the food is bad.
Yeah.
I just can't get a good meal anywhere. Half the time when you tell these guys, okay, I want it medium rare or medium well, you know, and she likes well steaks.
No,
well done
medium
steak.
well.
Medium well steaks, right? They're coming out as rare every
Yeah.
time. You know, they ask me, what do I want as my burger? Well, I'll take medium, right? It comes out as rare.
It's like,
And just like crazy amounts of blood where you just like, I don't mind that, but like it's like the sogginess in the middle where you're just like, okay, I'm eating like a heart.
ew, what the heck? Eating a heart?
Take this boy. Take this heart.
Putting the cheese on top, and I'm going to show you guys a little hack that I actually learned from someone else. But you know, let's share the knowledge, spread the knowledge. Someone on Instagram called Half Baked Harvest. She makes like the most amazing looking food. Okay, here's my hack that I learned from Half Baked Harvest on Instagram. It's not mine, I don't take credit for it, but put a little bit of olive oil on top, spread it around with your clean hands. You can go ahead and put that on top, and when your cheese melts, it's not gonna stick to the foil and take off all the cheesy goodness. Just a little hack, but we're about to throw this in the oven for about 20 minutes. We're gonna let the cheese bubble up, you know. And we're gonna plate it.
Use a little bit more time.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna broil it, but the cheese and stuff is bubbling on the outside, so that's good. Give that a few more minutes before we broil it. Guys, we just made a funny TikTok. Go follow me on TikTok. The link is in the description. So funny, you guys are gonna crack up. It's about finished, of course.
All right, y'all ready for the finished product? Look at how good that looks.
It's literally sizzling. I put it on broil for like the last 2 minutes.
Yeah.
So if you like brown cheese, then broil it the last 2 minutes. But funny thing, my hack didn't work this time. But you guys should still try it. See if it works for you. I promise.
Is that better than what it would be normally?
I think so, though. I think this is like significantly less than what it would normally be if you didn't. So.
Yeah, and you could easily take that off.
Yeah, exactly. So try what you will, but. All right, I'm about to plate these up. Actually, Mitch usually like plates our dinner, so I'm gonna have you do that.
Weird.
Oh my Lord. Careful not to touch it. Yum.
Alright.
Hey.
Okay.
Wait, let's do a cheers.
Cheers.
Kind of for. Cheers. Every time I have this, after we haven't had it for a while, it's like mind blowing. So good. Oh my God.
Flavors come like as you chew. I don't know. Okay. And we have one more assumption.
Let's get into
We gotta
it.
get through this before we eat.
Okay.
But that we must just fantasize about having mixed babies.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if we've ever gotten that one, but we got that from a show.
I'm not sure if we've ever gotten that, but I think we included it because it is such a common assumption about mixed couples. I feel like especially towards white women who date black men, it's like, oh, like you just want black babies. Like I feel like it's more geared towards white women
Maybe that's
than
why
it is
we
black
haven't
women.
gotten it.
But yeah, exactly. So I don't know, but I guess you could say we don't fetishize or fantasize or whatever it is.
Oh, it's just like a general excitement of like, oh, who are they gonna look like?
Yeah, it's just like a curiosity thing.
Who are they gonna be? What's their personality gonna be like?
Yeah.
You know, cause it's funny. We were talking to her nephew the other day, and he was just like his mother. Like, I don't even know how to describe it. It's just the same face that he was telling a story, and like they both do this thing where they go, yeah, it's you know what I mean? And like when they're doing it, like just like yeah, like I don't know, it's just amazing, and like that's what I'm excited for. It's like what things are they gonna pick up on?
Yeah, like mannerisms more than like. Of course, like we want to see what our kids look like. I would want to know what my excited to see what my kids look like. Yeah. Like to see who they take after, but not because like I want mixed baby or whatever.
Yeah, that's never been a thing.
No, exactly. Yeah. So.
But yeah, we do have DNA tests coming, so that's gonna be fun.
That'll be a fun video. Probably not for another like 6 weeks because those things take so long to test and process and get back to you. So
yeah. But hey, you look beautiful.
Thank you, baby.
I'm looking at you on the screen finder.
Thank you. Screen finder.
Or the what is it?
Viewfinder.
Viewfinder. Yeah, the screen finder. Yeah, you look gorgeous.
Thanks, my love.
Oh, I'm sorry. But I'm starving. My mouth is literally watering.
Literally.
So that is the video, guys. Thank you for joining us. If you're new here, thanks for checking out all the videos. We love you, and we will see you next time, guys.
Bye.
Peace out.
You could be that something, girl.